And news that we might just be feeling already. Heatwave makes a comeback in north and central India, and heatwave is expected in Delhi till the 9th of June. Let's go across to my colleague Divya for more on this. Divya, till when is the heatwave expected and in what parts? What can you share with us?
Priyanshi, it's getting very, very hot, especially in the national capital and adjoining areas as well. So the temperature is likely to touch 45 degrees as far as Delhi is concerned in the coming 24 hours. So today it is going to be hotter than what we've seen over the last many days. And of course, when we take into account the heatwave conditions as far as Delhi is concerned, 13 days of heatwave since summer. Summer, which means like from March to now, we've seen 13 days. And the last time that happened was back in 2010. So it hasn't been this hot as far as the national capital is concerned over the last 12 years or so. And when we record other stations, when we take into account other stations as far as Delhi is concerned, not the main station, there may way more days of heat wave that have been recorded this time around, this summer, which started in March. Let's take into account the temperature as far as other areas are concerned also. So it's not just Delhi, but we have heat wave conditions. There's just no respite, Priyanshi. When we talk about the hills also, whether it's Uttar Pradesh, whether it's Uttarakhand, whether it's Jammu and Kashmir or even Himachal Pradesh, there also heat wave conditions are prevailing. The worst of, in fact, is Uttar Pradesh, where there is an orange alert warning. So the temperatures there are in fact way hotter than they should be at this point in time. When we talk about central parts of the country as well, the central parts of the country, whether it's Madhya Pradesh, whether it's also parts of Vidarbha and also in Odisha, where heatwave conditions are prevailing. When we take into account the national capital, we are seeing 44 degrees. The trend is going to continue. In fact, it will be about 43. Heatwave conditions, no respite till about the 9th of this month. So over the next 24 to 48 hours, it's going to be very, very hot, no respite. So a word of caution to everyone, especially here in Delhi, also in parts of Uttar Pradesh, where the temperature is about 4 to 5 degrees above the norm. So let's just get you some of the temperatures and how high and how hot it is in most parts of the country. Well, there is some respite coming in about Friday when it's going to start to rain. But as of now, Banda is the hottest part in the country, 46.8. We also have Sri Ganganagar above 46 degrees. Even parts of Madhya Pradesh touching 46 degrees. And of course, we have also Rohtak at 45.4. Churi also above 45 degrees. So most parts of Rajasthan, the western part of Rajasthan, where the temperature is 45 degrees or more. That is how it is. But when we take into account monsoon, because that is the respite that we need to kind of curb the temperatures, which are at an all-time high at the moment, because this has happened after a few days. There's been some respite. May ended on a good note, but June has started off and it was okay so far. But now we can see that the temperatures are really on a rise, and what we really do need is pre-monsoon showers to start hitting central parts of the country. However, monsoon has been stalled and there's no sort of forecast as to where and when is the monsoon going to move further. When we take into account on the other side, we can see that from Bengaluru it hasn't moved since the 31st of May. When we talk about the eastern side, it hasn't moved since the 3rd and it's stuck in Siliguri. So from between Bengaluru and Siliguri, that's where monsoon is stuck. It's stalled for the moment, and even the monsoon department is not actually coming out with when exactly is it going to move further. It should have been in Goa by now, but it hasn't even reached Goa. Usually it reaches Mumbai by the 10th. So Priyanshi, let's just hope that pre-monsoon showers start in those areas and eventually it moves its way up to the northern part of the country, and then we have some respite here in the north as well.